So the first thing that I like to do is take a look at heel down playing to see how strong your heel down playing is for softer tempos. Or just if you decide to be a heel down player all the time, that's great too. There's nothing wrong with that. So here's what heel down playing would look like. Now if you notice, my heel did not lift off of the foot plate or the heel plate. It simply was down the whole time. Now a lot of the drummers that I see do that, after like a minute they're going, oh, I can feel it, I can feel it. Well, according to my personal trainer, that muscle is called the tibialis anterior. There's your medical term for the day. And it's a very difficult muscle to develop because it's on the other side of the calf. And when we walk, we use our calves all the time. There's very few things that we do that really exercise that front leg muscle. This is one of the exercises that will do that. So what I would suggest starting to do right off the bat is just start practicing heel down, even if it's just a simple pattern like just playing quarter notes, for as long as you can. So for you double bass players, yes, you want to go and practice this with double bass. Now you might be thinking, well, man, I can play already supersonically fast with my heels up. But the focus of this is heels down. Now, the reason for that is if you strengthen that tibialis anterior muscle, you'll be amazed at when you go back to heel up, how you're going to even be faster because you're really developing control as well. When we have control in that front leg muscle, it's absolutely amazing what we can start to do with our feet. And I've learned these techniques from one of my teachers, Dom Famularo, who said I have to start practicing with heel down. He said, because most of the stuff that I was doing was heel up. He says, just for now, to give you something new to practice. And for me, after already playing 20 years, I'm always looking for new things to practice. So I started going back through all the exercises that I can do playing heel down. And man, was that ever a challenge. I did it with my right foot, then did it with my left foot. And if I had a double bass setup, I'd actually go back and play some songs that were very simple, not double bass, but just try to play the songs with my left foot heel down. Maybe a simple song, do an AC/DC tune or Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, but try to get the power out of playing heel down. That's the challenge. After running through a couple tunes like that, you're going to feel that front muscle burning. So that's a big one, and you can do that anywhere. You don't even need drums to practice heel down. You can just sit on the rug, in front of the TV and have your foot just playing, just doing that. You're always exercising that muscle. If you're going to do it in school, make sure your teacher doesn't freak out on you. Do it soft. Okay, I used to do that in school quite a bit, but I think I was doing, almost heel up stuff, and I think I drove a few of my teachers crazy when I was in high school. But the thing is, it's always good to practice that stuff. You don't need a drum set to even practice this technique. And another one you can practice to develop the front shin muscle is an exercise. I'm just going to take my foot off the pedal for a second here. I'm going to plant my toe. I'm just going to move my heel back and forth like this. And it's almost like a little warm-up that I use. This is something that Dom Famularo also showed me. To just do this. And you can do it with both feet, if I need to. Just practice that. Or you can put your feet on the pedals and do it. I'm not getting a sound. I'm just simply trying to stretch all these different muscles in my legs. The front muscles, side muscles, a little bit of the calf. It's absolutely amazing what this is going to do for you over time. But you've got to be patient because this isn't going to happen overnight. This might take quite a bit of time. Okay? One other suggestion that I might have for you is once you start developing your heel down technique is take the book Stick Control and go through the entire book, even though that book is called Stick Control Developed for the Hands. Try to play through that whole book heel down with your feet only. And I've done that, and it might seem kind of boring, but while I was doing it, I'd get the pattern in my head, and I'd throw a magazine on my snare drum, and I'd be reading articles on my favorite drummers while practicing heel down. And sometimes I'd have good days, it would work for an hour. Some days when the muscles were sore, I might only get 5 minutes. but that's okay, because when you're feeling pain on certain days or a burn, that just simply means that the muscles are growing and healing. It's not a bad thing. Now, the one thing about the feet as well is you have to be able to distinguish the difference between pain and burn. Remember, pain is bad. You don't want pain, but if it's a burn, that's good because you are exercising those muscles. I mean, some of the finger control exercises that I do, and that I've talked about in my Molar Method Secrets video, I talk about various finger control exercises where we feel some burn in the forearms. But it's not nearly as much as these big leg muscles we have. So you might feel a little more burn in the legs than you might be in the hands. But don't worry, that's okay. The burn is good. If it's pain, that's different. Stop, maybe, go visit a doctor and say, look, I'm dealing with some pain here. But burn, don't rush out to see your doctor on a good burn.